What do you think of when you hear the words cruise ship? I think of vacation, fun, safe. But cruise ships are anything but safe. And I'm not just talking about the mechanical issues you've heard about in the news recently. I'm talking about what the cruise industry tries to hide from you. Common viruses carried on the ship, crime rate, safety regulations. I'm going to guess that most of you have either been on a cruise ship before or would like to sometime in the future. I invite you to listen, because what I have to say could drastically change your mind. Recently, I have heard about cruise ships running into reefs and being stranded out in the middle of the ocean, and it sparked my curiosity as to how safe cruise ships really are. I'm going to expose to you what I discovered: safety regulations, fire and mechanical problems, and the crew members on board. When I first chose the safety of cruise ships as my topic for this speech, I thought I'd mainly be learning about fires and mechanical issues, but I discovered that it is much more than that. The cruise industry claims that fires are rare, but in reality, they occur with an alarming frequency. Cruise ships have the image of a floating city, but they are really machines like a car or a plane. Mechanical issues cannot be completely eliminated. According to USA Today, in between the 2 years of the Carnival Splendor and the Carnival Triumph fires, 10 cruise ship fires have been reported. But fires aren't the only factor. Safety regulations, or rather the lack of, play a major role too. Cruise ships wave a flag of convenience, or a flag of foreign nations, meaning that they can avoid U.S. labor laws, federal taxes, and safety regulations. According to CNN, ships must pass an inspection by the countries they call on. In the U.S., it is the Coast Guard. But the Coast Guard is understaffed and underfunded. There is no way they can do a proper inspection of the hundreds of ships that are in their ports on a daily basis. My mom was recently on a cruise ship for business, and she said the safety stations were unorganized, confusing, and a bit scary. I learned more from passengers around me who had been on cruises before than I ever did from a staffer, she says. Now that you understand the cruise industry does not take as many precautions as they should to ensure your safety, I will discuss the dangers passengers face as far as personal health and welfare. When planning a cruise vacation, most are unaware of the health and safety issues. The most common virus on a cruise ship is norovirus. Last February, several hundred passengers and 24 crew members suffered from norovirus for a week. Sherry Cecil, who spent a year and a half with Norwegian Cruise Lines, said that she was quarantined twice for norovirus. She also recalls using silver service instead of a buffet to keep unsuspecting passengers from spreading the disease. We were told not to mention the outbreak, but to tell the passengers we were just trying to improve our customer service, says Cecil. Another dangerous factor that is often disregarded is crime. And I'm not just talking about theft, but sexual assaults. According to Fox News, a person is twice as likely to be sexually assaulted on a cruise ship than on land. James Walker, a Miami-based attorney, said that 1/3 of the 75 sexual assault or molestation charges against cruise ships that his firm handled dealt with minors. Statistically, when speaking about sexual assaults, Detroit, America's most dangerous city, is a safer place than a cruise ship. Since you are now aware of the personal dangers concerning your health and welfare, I will share the challenges crew members face and the difficulties of dealing with crew members. If you've ever been on a cruise, how many American crew members did you see? Probably very few. Most crew members are from foreign nations and third world countries, and only speak rudimentary English. Think about it. If your crew member who is giving you safety instructions can barely speak English, how are you supposed to understand the safety instructions? Crew members are also often taken advantage of. They work several months on end with few to no days off, often laboring under unsafe working conditions with poor medical care if they get sick. Charles Lipkin, a Miami attorney, says that it's like slavery. It's the modern-day version of the sweatshop. Safety issues are numerous, and from what I've told you, I'm sure you can understand why. As I stated earlier, cruise ships look fun, but they are not safe. And fires and mechanical issues aren't even the biggest problem. They hide the fact that viruses are carried on the ship, there is a large crime rate, and safety regulations are more like guidelines. I have explained the safety of cruise ships, the fires and safety regulations, the personal health and welfare dangers you are put in, and the crew members on board the vessel. Cruise ships' low rates invite you in, but they don't inform you of the dangers you are put in when you step on that ship. When you are planning your next cruise ship vacation, remember the information I have shared with you. And remember to always make sure you're safe.